Hey there, Cosmonauts, it's Estelle. Welcome to the new year of 2023. I hope everyone is ready for all the exciting things that are coming our way. Some exciting highlights in this video are the upcoming Cosmos Hub V8 Row and V9 Lambda upgrades, the Daodao V2 launch, and the Wynd Dex imminent launch, among many other interesting news. Also, we have a surprise for you in the conclusion section about a new project we are planning to launch very soon, so stay tuned.
Tech.
IBC-enabled chains will soon be able to trustlessly communicate with the Ethereum beacon chain. A research article was published detailing the requirements to be able to run the Ethereum beacon chain Lite client as a 02/client IBC module. The link to the full article is in the description below.
DeFi and staking.
The ICF tweeted that the delegations team continues to evaluate the application submitted. According to the ICF delegation policy document, it is written that after the application period has ended, this would be followed by a 4-week evaluation period and then a 2-week period to deploy our delegations. However, since the application period ended towards the end of October of 2022, the 4-week evaluation period should have been finished by the end of November, and then delegations should have been done in the first half of December. Therefore, this means that there is already over a month of delay from the initial schedule for the ICF delegations. It seems that the trend of users leaving centralized exchanges continues, as seen by the drop of the Kraken validator in the Cosmos Hub to position 30th. It seems to indicate that a large amount of users choosing self-custody for staking rather than staking via Kraken.
Juno news.
There were 2 recent proposals in Wynd Dex. One proposal to increase the minimum deposit to create an on-chain proposal from 100 to 500 Wynd in order to reduce spam. The other proposal was to approve the minting of 3 million Wynd for internal incentives for liquidity pools over the first 3 months of the Wynd Dex launch. For additional incentives after these 3 months, a new proposal will be needed. Also, there are several ongoing discussions on Commonwealth in preparation for the Wynd Dex launch in January, which includes the creation of the initial Wynd Dex liquidity pools, the migration of raw and non-raw pools from Juno swap to Wynd Dex, distribution of internal incentives through liquidity gouges, and the investment sub-DAO. The criteria for the June delegation sub-DAO is almost ready, but there are still some changes needed and voting to be done, so the applications are not yet open. The criteria include some minimum requirements, and then points can be earned from several categories, such as core and non-core development, relayer operation, node uptime, mainnet public RPC/API node, tested validator node, or tested public RPC/API node. In addition, non-technical criteria will be assessed by the sub-DAO directly, such as ecosystem participation, active participation in governance, commission restaking, or self-bonded tokens. We've also added a link below to the critical draft document. Following the final edit from Security Oak, Daodao V2 has finally arrived, and this is great news. Huge congrats on the launch.
Osmosis news.
The Osmosis Grants Program, or OGP for short, approved 5 grants in December with a total of 501,800 in funding. As seen in the graph here, the batch 9 of the OGP had the largest amount of funding so far, and this was due to the bulk audit purchase with Oak Security, which is a leading WASM smart contract auditor that previously worked with projects such as alXandria or Lido. This will accelerate the auditing process for Osmosis ecosystem projects. The OGP also funded the Bankless promotion with 50,000 USDC. This fund including the Osmosis promotion campaign in the Bankless podcast and newsletter for the first 2 weeks of January of 2023.
Evmos news.
Evmos upgraded to V10. Some of the main new features added are, for example, the ability to cancel unbonding to stake Evmos tokens again without waiting 14 days, or the enabling of auto compounding for ledger users. Moreover, the automatic ERC IBC asset conversion was also included in the upgrade, facilitating the conversion for users of their Cosmos assets into the respective EVM asset types.
Persistence news.
The Persistence V6 upgrade untombstone and unslashed the validators that were tombstoned on the previous V5 upgrade. Also, this upgrade fixed the exchange rate between SDK Atom and upgraded Cosmos SDK among other additional new features and updates. Also, SDK Atom launched on the 12th of January. Dexter requested 450,000 xprt from the Persistent community pool to be used mainly for LP incentives to help bootstrap early liquidity. Dexter is the interchain DEX for yield and generating assets. And Bamboo is a leading protocol for yield generating assets built on persistence.
Drama and hacks.
From the 9th of January, the V9 Lambda replicated security upgrade in the Cosmos hub, previously called V8 Row, will need another 2 weeks for an additional testnet and final audit. In parallel to this, there will be an ICA bug fix upgrade V8, and this is because when Quicksilver attempted to make an interchain account, the bug was exploited by someone, and the accounts were made inaccessible. However, it is important to note that the bug does not result in theft or permanent loss of funds, and also existing accounts are not affected. Only new ICA accounts may become inaccessible. Until the V8 upgrade expected also in around 2 weeks' time from the 9th of January, new ICA accounts may become inaccessible when they are created, and also Quicksilver is unable to provide liquid staking on the Cosmos hub. The V8 upgrade will update IBC to V3.4 to fix the ICA issue, and it will also move the stuck funds out of the inaccessible account.
Project launches and network upgrades.
The Crescent Core upgrade V4 notably includes the upgrade of IBC Go from V2.2.0 to V3.4.0. Next Exchange announced the launch of a $20 million fund to support the development of projects on the Side network, which in August of 2022 raised $5 million from several investors. The Ryan Ledger V5.0 upgrade includes the group module and the latest version of the Gov module made available in the Cosmos SDK V0.46, interchain account support, and other new features. alXandria, the fireproof encyclopedia, has launched. It is a smart contract on Juno, and its front end is powered by Akash. It is possible to register a unique profile name and then edit or create encyclopedic articles. You can check the link in the description below.
Governance.
The Quicksilver Proposal 2 to onboard Stargaze onto Quicksilver was passed. Therefore, this will help to unlock liquidity for star stakers by enabling the deposit of stars and the minting of Q stars. The Cosmos Hub Proposal 94 is requesting 20,000 Atom from the community pool to reward the participants of the Interchain's NFT public incentivized testnet upgame of NFTs. The goal is to help boost the IBC NFT ecosystem. The phase 1 of the game of NFTs is scheduled for February of 2023 to test Interchain NFTs. Then the phase 2 will happen around March of 2023, and it will be a hackathon for developers to create use cases, dApps, and tools focused on Interchain NFTs.
Airdrops.
Wynd Dex is expected to launch in January, so a reminder that there will be 500,000 Wynd tokens to be airdropped before the Wynd Dex launch to raw stakers. These airdrop tokens will vest for 1 year, and it will be possible to stake these tokens. In addition, the users who migrate liquidity to Wynd Dex will also receive a planned second round airdrop.
Events and conferences.
The Gateway Cosmos Conference 2023 will happen on April 12th to 14th with some of the speakers from the previous edition in 2022, including Zaki Manian, Sunny Argawal, or Jake Hartnell.
The No Crypto News.
Silvergate, a leading crypto-focused bank, recently had a bank run with client deposits dropping from $11.9 billion to $3.8 billion. To meet these customer withdrawals, Silvergate had to rush to sell $5.2 billion of debt securities, losing over $700 million in the process, an amount higher than Silvergate's total profits for around the last 10 years. These disclosures then made its shares drop by over 40%, and in total in 2022, the share price drop was around 90%. Silvergate also announced it is reducing its staff by 40%. It seems that the reason for the bank run is related to the role of Silvergate in the FTX/Alameda fraud. In summary, Alameda was a client of Silvergate Bank, but FTX, being a recent crypto exchange, had issues passing the strict controls of banks, including Silvergate, which then was an issue having no fiat on-ramp at FTX. So it seems that FTX actually had no bank accounts for clients' deposits, and instead FTX was using the bank accounts of Alameda, and deposits of funds from FTX clients were actually being sent to Alameda bank accounts. If FTX didn't pass the controls of Silvergate to become a client, and if Silvergate knew of the connection between Alameda and FTX, they should have monitored better the bank accounts of Alameda to report that they were being misused for FTX client deposits. Moreover, Silvergate also announced that after buying the tech previously built for the DM project by Facebook for $200 million, they have now canceled their plan to launch their own digital currency. Ironically, Henry de Valence, the founder of Cosmos ecosystem project Penumbra, said that he was struggling to understand why Silvergate paid $200 million to Facebook to buy the Apache licensed DM codebase, since he said, quote, "You could just pick it up and run with it like we did."
Conclusion.
We will start releasing on Twitter the best educational clips from our previous videos as video threads. So we will highlight the most important previous educational content. Since these educational clips are about in-depth research, they are relevant and valuable for the long term. Hence, we decided to share them on Twitter so that Cosmonauts can find easily this content on Twitter, and also others can learn more as well about the Cosmos ecosystem. So Cosmonauts, if you enjoyed the video, please consider supporting us by subscribing and clicking the like button. Also, don't hesitate to leave us a comment with your feedback. We always do them and we always try our best to implement them. Moreover, you can support us by staking some of your Atom or Juno tokens with our validators. The links are included below. Thank you again so much for watching the videos and to continuing to support us with your constructive feedback. We really appreciate this. We hope you had a great start of 2023, and until our next video, have a great one.